Radiant team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Riki.
Vengeful spirit.
Treant Protector.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Legion Commander.
Radiant team pick.
Well, here, this guy's just like, "Mar, mar, mar, mar." Alright, I'm back, boys. I'll eat my apple later.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
this is, this should be a
5 seconds remaining.
I thought they were supposed to just ban immediately the heroes and then just pick the heroes they played
Reserve time.
the other day. I don't know what's taking so long.
Child Warlord.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, there was a game-breaking bug. Maybe one of these teams has been or something on them, or just the patch was just crashing and crashing. So these picks are predetermined.
10
I don't know why
seconds
it's
remaining.
taking so long, but
5 seconds remaining.
if we can predict what's the next one without cheating, we.
Storm Spirit.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
It's also just the vision game, right? The Riki versus Tree aspect. You're just trying to one up the other person by placing deep wards. The Cloud's really good against the Legion commander as well as the Troll when they go in close. It's also good against the duel too, so you get more chances on the miss. And then, like you said, Storm could help benefit him just getting that extra vision for the jumps. So
5 seconds remaining.
Right now, Thunderbirds lineup synergizes really well. Troll ulti with Legion duel, Tree ulti to stop the storm. think Thunderbirds lineup has a lot more merit right now. Why the hell is this pick taking so long? I could have actually ate my apple. I could have finished it.
No, there's no chat going on either.
Terror Blade.
Dire team pick.
Imba Spirit.
I think they keep switching lineups from time to time. Like, they don't know who exactly they want to play with. And so they're just trying out different people and stuff. I don't know if you can really have a team and not aim to go to the international. So playing with banned players is just... I wouldn't feel comfortable either. Like, you can't go to the majors, you can't go to TI. What's really the point?
Ten seconds remaining.
I personally don't know. That's why I can't
5 seconds
commentate.
remaining.
I'm not. I mean, I do have Masoku on my friends list, actually. Maybe could technically ask and then see what's going on. Yeah. There's a lot of counters. Like I said, there's the Ember as well as Legion. 2 hard counters to the Ember, to the Terror Blade at times, just clearing out his illusions. Heroes that can get on top of him relatively easy, make life difficult for him. Right now, I think Thunderbirds have definitely won out on the draft. It's going to come down to, I think, this Ricky and
Prepare
this
for
Storm.
battle.
Storm's going to have a really nice game for them to have success, as well as the Ricky just getting a lot of information from scouting.
And I think that, if I'm remembering right, there's been a lot of talk over the past bit about South American teams and ping issues. I think that as far as Peru goes, it's one of the better regions to connect to the USD server, to the point where they actually get better ping going to US East than they do to Peru servers. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes.
Okay.
It's either Peru or Brazil or whatever other servers down there. They definitely get better ping.
And so because of that, I think that like the Brazilian teams, it's a lot harder for them to play on US East than it is for the Peruvian team. But I'm not sure about that one. There was... Oh, did Misery realize it? He's walking back and forth trying to see if a Ricky was in the area. And he actually did run into him, but didn't end up dropping a ward or sentry or anything.
I think even if they had dropped the sentry there, they still couldn't get the kill.
Look, they're doing this on all of the high grounds right here. Like, Legion is also moving back and forth. I don't know if that's to see if Ricky's walking up or what it is. But, interesting. They're going to come and contest this rune, though. Misery is here, as well as Soxka. And Andriel is going to walk into a lot of trouble. They are going to have Leech Seed here. They started off, get the slow, still holding on to the sun, and this is going to be your first blood. Going over to the Tree Protector. Making
It's
it
actually
work.
better to give it to the tree too, because he gets a faster boost, and then you're just able to effectively zone out the Abaddon even more by clicking him down with Orb Venom. So that's not only a huge kill to help out with the mid lane, where he didn't buy his own TP, so that's good at least. He has the salve still on the courier, but afraid that they're gonna snipe it, so he hasn't used it yet.
I mean, it could have been worse, certainly. Like, if he had bought out first the salve or couldn't get a TP from one of his supports or something. But he doesn't end up missing, I don't think, any experience. He get one of those creeps denied. Missing CS certainly isn't going to help. But now they have a ward down in the lane as well. So Weehaw, realizing King Tekka is here, and going to have to try and man up against him a little bit. As more damage coming out, deciding to trade hits, and taking a beating for it as well there in the mid lane.
Yep. And then the one bad thing is he pushed the lane very hard when he trades those right click to Storm, and as well, it's not. Is he gonna take off the shield? Surprise! There we go.
Quite take off the shield there, but still trading hits with Weehaw.
I guess he needs 2 in overload there. Oh yeah, magic orbs in 40. That's good to know. I thought the one of the overload at level 1 takes it off, but that's not the case.
Oh, bottom lane, Moon. Some more damage. I think it's like if you hit the Remnant too or something. I remember that being a thing for a while, was that you had to get Remnant through to break the magic shield.
Yeah, you need static. That's for level 3. You need the static remnant as well as level. You need level 2 static remnant at 3. Because if you have overload level 2 at level 3, you're not gonna have enough. I'm surprised he hasn't put any points into it.
Yeah. Maybe doing the math right now, figuring out what it is. It is an Invis rune picked up by the Chiro. One little punch on Weehaw's way back towards lane, and in the meantime, Abaddon's sort of been segmented back towards the jungle for a little while here. He's going to have to pop this shrine, and, well, it looks like the tree wanting to come and mess with them a little bit, with boots already online there.
So he got the 2 points in there for that. And like you said, he's going to come over now for the Abaddon, steal his EXP, so kind and generous. Hide. Pretty sure he knows he's there. But it's always very rough when you have these invisible heroes that can just invade the enemy jungles, and you're a Legion or you're an Abaddon, and you can't go to the jungle because they're just going to sap your EXP, maybe take some of your last hits. Very annoying.
Yeah. We do see an early movement right now where MNZ is actually the one that's farming in the jungle a little bit, and Ricky, King Tekka here, is taking a lot of the last hits. So he's going to have a little bit more than you would expect out of Ricky at these early stages of the game. Yep. Top lane. Hunt's not going to get ran down here. Didn't have enough mana for another Aphotic Shield, but the one helping keep him alive has made more action going.
So I wonder how this is going to work out for them at the end of the day, because like we talked about, this tree that's now rotating over can easily steal the EXP, steal last hits, potentially kill him too. You also need a lot of mana regen for this to be very effective, because the Conjuring Image just costs so much mana.
It is a cool way to do it though, because you've got, oh, and there's the Clarity Break. God, that hurts. That's so frustrating. Gets bashed. And it will end up being a bounty rune stolen as well. The nice part about it, though, is that your illusions do get the block coming in from 4-man shield.
He's got no mana.
Oh, there's the Fairy Fire. He has it, but it's not going to be enough. I don't think he doesn't even end up using it. Knew he was dead. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot.
Rune. I mean, any other rune and he doesn't get the kill. Maybe in Vizrune he still gets the kill, but he's just completely secured.
And normally I would say that this is looking pretty tragic for EWolves, considering everything. But you do have this Ricky that's getting more than you would normally get out of this hero. So is that something where it's good enough for EWolves that it's not like terrible, or is this still a really bad start for them?
Keep your eyes peeled a little bit still on the mid lane. The Storm keeps on dropping his mana boots. I mean, not mana boot, his bottle. Haunting the Ember.
Oh god.
It's just
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, this Ricky, it's gonna be interesting to see how he transitions. If he's gonna go Midas, if he's gonna go the phase, Boba build, into more Wraith Bands, Quillas and stuff. He kind of needs to get active early on. So I hope he doesn't go Midas.
Right.
They're gonna need to fight a lot because Thunderbirds, they have a.
Well, he got a stun off from the hero, trying to turn here and see if he can battle out. Does that the Fairy Fire, trying to kill off Misery. Almost did, is not quite going to get that last right click out. And his hands ready to go, but Misery survives on 11 HP.
I don't even blame the Jakiro for running away in that situation. It's like, oh well, he's surrounded. Flame Guard's still up. They're just dealing too much damage, and all of a sudden he manages to turn it around. Unfortunately, if Jakiro did stay there, he would have gotten one kill at least.
Yeah. I mean, he can force back Weeha at least a little bit, but Weeha's still going to be able to get this CS here, and you've also had basically Moon Meander left completely unhampered. Like, he left the lane, which means Ricky gets a lot, but it is also going to be Moon getting in towards a quick Blink Dagger, or at least Phase Boots at this stage, and then maybe you can set up for dual wins with Soxka in the jungle. All around good stuff for Thunderbirds, but not a significant lead as of yet.
They've shut down the Storm though. He's 0-3, the only person who's died this team, and he's the person where you think, oh, you've got a Ricky who can help the Storm mid. Plus Storm doesn't lose to an Ember Spirit, and you can see that during CS, he does have 7 more CS than Ember Spirit, but he's just playing a little bit too aggressive, a little bit unfortunate too because of the runes. So not all of it is his fault.
Yeah,
they were chasing down top the Abaddon, trying to get him low, but they weren't able to seal the deal there.
Radiant's top tower
Moon is level 6 before the Terrorblade.
Oh, King Tekka. They baited that one out. They pushed the wave. Oh, good jump away, but still going to be brought down. So they bring in 3, hang out 2 behind the tower, and now with a big old creep wave here, they lose their Ricky, and I don't know if they're going to take too much more damage onto this tower. It looks like Hunt should just be able to soak up this experience and be okay. Well, maybe not. He's actually out of mana. Doesn't have another Aphotic Shield. They don't know this yet, though, so they aren't willing to die. And Soxka almost ends up going down.
It's still a nice play that they all dove and just tanked the tower until the next creep wave. Oh, yeah, there's that kill. That was
okay.
By that board. Here's the duel.
Oh my god. Well, Moon's just going crazy, and this should be another one for him. A double kill for Moon in between the tier 1 and tier 2 tower in the bottom lane, and there's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Back to the point real quick is they dove there, and by tanking the creep wave, they managed to make the siege creep survive. So that helps deal at least 300 more damage to the tower. So good awareness by Thunderbirds, just putting that pressure on, and then obviously Moon just scouting out a very low HP MNZ jungling and just punish them. And normally when you don't see that Legion commander in the bottom lane, you have to wonder where is he at the time, and then so maybe just not getting it. Meanwhile, top just almost level 6, basically delivered, and just not enough. Not enough time.
I wonder too, like there's this regen rune on Storm. They could maybe make something happen with this. I don't know if he just wants to use it to farm. There's like a lot of different ways that people have been using regens now, since you don't end up getting it disabled by creeps anymore. You can just pop it and run around the jungle and take it all down. But I feel like there also is a potential to like find a kill up here on Resolution maybe, or you know, make something happen. They need to make something happen on Elite right now. But it looks like he's just going to use it to farm at least for now, and then maybe afterwards catch a kill with the end of it.
Yeah, the problem with Storm Spirit is if you do commit for a kill and you don't get it yourself, you just wasted a lot of farming time.
Right.
So that's the problem with Storm Spirits nowadays. And well, he's only cleared out 2 of the camps. Unfortunately, he didn't kill the other one. Not going to kill South. They're trying to go on move, but Moon, it's not possible to kill this guy.
Well, lack of hard disable, and I mean they wanted to go for the ice path, but it wasn't there. Ezreal is going to back out now. Does have the arcane boots up and online, so more mana to work with for him, as well as regeneration. And you know, ever since those first 3 deaths, he's been coming back a little, but he's not only, what is this going to end up being, about 600 gold behind the Ember Spirit?
All things considered, he's not doing bad. He could be potentially the highest net worth in the game, which they need him to be. His score is 0-7 right now, and there's really only the Storm Spirit when you talk about like what can they do. Like you're kind of just playing the farming game right now. If you're Elite Wolves, you're like, okay, I need to desperately get up my farm on my Terrorblade, my Storm, and then Abaddon's kind of like this hero that's been shut down heavily early on, so he can't do what he wants. Just constantly run at the enemy team. Bottom lane, Sentry showed King Tekka.
He has his level 6, so he's going to be a little bit harder to kill than he otherwise would have been. They're going to maybe place a ward back behind here. Looks like the tree is just scouting everything out, making sure everybody's okay mid lane. They're thinking about going here onto the Storm Spirit. Needs to be a little bit careful, and it's going to just go for a quick little jump away. But Battle of Bruin bottom. Abba's here. Missouri gonna get slowed down. They have the Lipstick as well. There's gonna be the Ice Path immediately purged off. Well done by Moon, and now Storm Spirit coming in. Wants to find this kill, and it's actually gonna be the Abba that takes it. Still, it's a good rotation, good kill, and one on the board for EWolves.
Veil completed for Ember here though. Weehaw smells blood in the water.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Itching for something.
Meanwhile, they just popped the Troll ulti. Ow, the Storm Spirit's a little bit low. The tree right here can jump onto the Storm Spirit right at the start of it. He is going to end up dropping maybe. I got the pullback, but it's not enough. And the silence is there onto Weehaw. They've caught now as well, and they're going to end up losing. They don't lose the tree? What? He's still alive here. Now the duel turned on to Jakiro. They're not going to be able to do this. That's going to be another kill going. 2 dead for EWolves. And I don't know if they find anything here. Misery comes back in to try and save the day. They now turn onto Weehaw, see if they can kill him off. But Satsu is just being a pest in all of this.
Here comes
King Tekka.
Resolution. He's mad.
Like
my teammates.
They're all here. And the tree is going to be able to run them down. You have Metamorphosis, but I don't think it's nearly enough. They lose the Abaddon. Now they're going to lose MNZ. 4 dead throughout the course of this fight. That was just awful. Oh, it really hurts for EWolves right there.
This is what happens when you play a little bit too greedy with Ricky. You could have had your phase boots and potentially just gotten a dust to kill the tree. If they kill the tree there, then they just get out and then no sweat. And then they'll feel a little bit content trading maybe heroes, but now they're in such a situation where Abaddon TP's bottom, and
I mean, they have more people coming in, but the tower is about to go down. They've already used the glyph, and now they're thinking about Hunt and Hunt. He is gone. He does have a Quelling Blade, can try and run away from this. We'll have another Aphotic Shield as well, so like, this he's actually safe, and well, they dropped the Macro Pyre, but there's just nothing to keep these heroes here at all. Like, and for the Jakiro, you don't want to have to go more points than Ice Path, but it's 1 second stun right here. You can get it up to 2.5 at max level, which is good, but I feel like they also need him to have that damage and power picking potential as Weehaw going to find the Jakiro yet again. Ice Path doesn't even get off. This is destruction. They are not giving them an inch right now.
Yeah, this Jakiro pick is just too... It's not very beneficial. The way you kind of want to run a Jakiro is go into the top lane with the Abaddon and just keep dual breathing and just hopefully killing the enemy cores or just putting a lot of pressure on them. But because he started in the bottom lane because they had a Terrorblade, meanwhile, top lane, they're going to catch him. Here's the death. Good rotation in from Sakta.
And also Moon was able to pop the Abba ulti here in the mid lane, so he's forced to run all the way back home. Like, he can't be out here anymore without full HP. Oh man, this has been a tough one indeed for EWolves and Resolution. I mean, they throw out the Macro Pyre all you want. There's a stun to follow it up, but now Moon has found the Jakiro, and that is going to be another duel victory. Actually, rather, the first of the game. He killed a couple people after duels earlier, but finally getting the damage.
I will say Moon, I'll be a little bit critical about him. He's not pressing the attack before he duels, so he's not getting as much damage output as he could beforehand, so that's costing him some duel wins, but he didn't necessarily need it there to kill the Jakiro because he had help, but maybe seeing the press the attack a little bit more often would be better for my eyes. I mean, better for killing stuff.
I mean, I guess the other thing that you could say is maybe he was thinking, all right, if there's a huge fight, we're going to need that.
Yeah, that too. I thought about that. He has saved 2 heroes with his press the attack, so Moon playing defensively instead of offensively.
Yeah, being a team player, that's what they call
He
it.
doesn't want those dual victories. He wants to stay at 0 forever. But actually 10 now. Ooh, they got him. Alright, well.
Oh, that's a problem. TPing away. Does he get out? Oh, just there's a couple of trees in the way. Oh, that was close.
1 second more and Moon would have got a duel or Misery would have got a swap and
Yeah.
that 1 second. Meanwhile, they have the dust.
Well, yes, and he's going to try and go for a TP out as well, but the overgrowth is going to keep Tekka in place, and, well, that's going to be a dual win. That really hurts.
Diving Abaddon, making sure he pops his
Oh my
ulti.
god.
If swap. There it
1 to
goes.
15, they are just not giving them an inch. Thunderbirds, are they going to dive the fountain for this one? Like, Resolution prostrate up onto high ground to try and run down Masuko. They've got the macro fire down, but T-Birds are just all over them. And, I mean, this is going to be an Aegis troll. You've got Moon pushing the mid lane, not at all afraid of anything, and they don't have to be.
There's some drafts where you can get away with drafting not many lockdown, but for this lineup against this kind, with all this burst damage coming in from Thunderbirds and control,
Radiant's middle tower
looking grim
is under
stable.
attack.
These picks were already predetermined, so can't really. I guess we can still talk about like energy is just not there. Just Hero just seems a little bit underwhelming. Another pick off there on the storm. He just can't do anything. Hasted still coming in. Coming in hot. Let's go.
I mean, you have Product Shield back up in a second to try and take it off in case they decide to attack you, but if they just hit your buildings, well, that's a good macro fire out there. There's the stun, though. Swap away to keep Weehaw alive, and they're not going to take down even the Aegis of Resolution. They end up diving here. That's actually the Abaddon ulti popped as well. And they're just going to back out. T-Birds not at all afraid of anything. They end up keeping the tier 1 tower alive, tier 3 tower alive in the mid lane. At least for EWolves, so shrines won't be open, but they are going to need a big old turnaround in a hurry. And honestly, they just might lose MNZ here. Ember is stocked up, ready to go. If they could find a kill on Ember Spirit, this would be tremendous. And, well, it does look like they're going to run past Weehaw, but not willing to go for it? Okay.
Maybe they'll just wait for. Yeah, they're still poking and prodding top lane.
Look at how bold he is. Like, he doesn't care about any of these heroes here.
Alright, well, they got the Solar Crest. That's what they were waiting on. Now they're just going to finish what they started in the mid lane. They have all the tools they need.
Oh, almost getting a root there. There is going to be chains out again. So much magical damage. Resolution has walked into him, and now Hunt going to get ran down here in a second as well, I believe. Well, there's going to be the blind coming out for a second as well. That's a dead Storm Spirit. Resolution with the double kill. About to take down this tower through backdoor protection, damn near. And do they actually end up killing her? Oh, they do. Moon finds the last touch. Oh, God. 1 to 19, and what are you staying in the game for right now, EWolves? They don't have anything. Tricks the trade. Not going to really stop it. They do end up getting a silence onto Weehaw, but now they turn to the bottom lane. And Resolution's going to start building up those fervor stacks again with the Aegis still in hand. Do not have an answer for this lineup. The Ice Path comes out, bringing down the bench fairly low, but there's a press the attack for alive. Still more damage onto him, and that's another tier 3 tower down. They swap back out. Misery gonna be surviving through this one. They have been able to find a kill onto the troll as well. They jump through. Resolution wants this. They just popped it. Is finally down. Misery, he's gonna be able to stay alive through all of this, and now Troll coming back in. He is going to be alive yet again. Good game, well played. 1 to 22 with no regard for human life. Thunderbirds just dismantle EWolves.
Is this the leader that's getting kicked?
1, 2, 3. It's easy as pie.
Unfortunately, you can't kick the captain unless that captain's Eternal Envy. But I was just talking about the no Tidehunter days, and